Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to this final installment on the reference of the Matrix as to issues that may come up in our lives, particularly if it's considered a very dark time, a dark night of the soul, or perhaps a grief or a loss of a job or a loved one, a relationship, and how passing through that and getting on the other side of that, how life opens up. To me, I would say and blossoms for you. For this one, I am just wanting to make reference to the choices that lie ahead, because once you have a woke mind, your rich experiences occur, and they don't occur if you're still chasing the past tense, because they're occurring in a future mode. And now that may sound however that sounds, but that's the reality of it. They don't occur in the past tense. Now, you can have that past tense as a past memory, but you can't harbor it. And this is why so many people, particularly in relationships, they come to you unhealed, because they never got to that point of it. They never got to the point of they go through it, but they don't get healed through it. They go through it, but they don't get well from it. They go through it, but they don't get woke from it. Because to me, in my view, you go through it and you get well, meaning you're better because it existed, despite the fact you wouldn't have it to exist. You get healed because you're not bringing, dragging along what I call the carrying of the baggage with you onward in life or relationship, whatever that is, whether it's work or I'm not going to bounce back, but whatever that is. And then you get woke, meaning your mind crystallizes about that so that you make better choices in the future. What's critical and why I'm wanting to post this final piece is you deserve a rich experience now. Because sometimes people don't even have a, a hard, true, dark night of the soul experience in the lifetime that they're living. It may happen in another. Now, that depends on what you believe, but everyone has challenges. I'll put it that way. Everyone has something by which they would have preferred it had gone a different way. Even if it's a court situation, even if it's a paternity situation, even if it is a child custody, you would have preferred to not have been in that. So that's what I'm talking about. How to have a rich experience past that when you are, what I would say, well and healed and woke. Woke is the mindset about it. Didn't mean you have to love it and accept it or whatever, but now you are going to embrace it differently moving forward. And this is why I say that's so important. Well, healed, and woke. Because the next person in your life, or the next person at your job, or the next person by which you have an encounter that may even remind you of that, they don't deserve the backlash because they didn't do the thing to you. You're mad because your wife cheated on you with your best friend, but that person didn't do it. So if you say, hey, all women are like that, so I'm going to treat them such and such, that person wouldn't have ever have done that, even thought to do that. And so what you're doing is attaching that. This means that person is not healed. Or you're saying, oh, I will never trust my brother in business with me because my other brother took everything from me and I didn't even know he was still in the money. That's the character of that brother. You could have a friend that wouldn't even do that to you. This is what is meant by a friend that sticketh stronger than a brother. You these are what I mean by that is you cannot hold another person captive to the chronic issue that somebody else laid on you. It's not fair to that person. It's not fair to that person. They had nothing to do with it. And when we come into an encounter with someone, so I'll just use the word encounter because whatever it could be a business partner, it could be a brother, a sister, it could be a true love or whatever. when that person encounters you, they should be able to have all of you in a well-heeled, woke way. And you should expect that from them. Now, perhaps you can grow together. But this is what a rich experience is that you're not calling out the past and all that. Now, I do. So let me take my glasses off and get real with you right now. Let me get real with you right now. I do believe that we are to keep developmental experiences before us so that it can help us make best choices moving forward. So if you learn something that perhaps you shouldn't do next time, then you learn not to do that. An experience helps us launch forward progress as to what's best choices. But it is not for that person that because of what happened in that experience, that new person wasn't even there. That new person didn't do it. You are to embrace a new person just as they are. Sometimes I hear people say, well, I don't tolerate that from anybody. If somebody just come to me, they're gone. They're gone. Well, you know what? No one's perfect. And if you have something by which a person just, they're gone like that, it's an issue with you. You're intolerant, you're impatient, you're probably, what do they call it when a person doesn't think? Very reactive. And that person hardly ever stays in a relationship. A person that does that respectfully, a person that just shoots off like that has their checklist about what they will and will not accept, and that person's gone, and if she doesn't do it this way or he doesn't do it that way, when you have that and you don't let the person bloom and develop with you, and you can see what else they have to offer you in the fragrance of the fullness of who they are. Let's say one as the fragrance of the fullness of her femininity, the fragrance of the fullness of her essence. And you just cut her off because she did one thing, or you cut him off because he did one thing. That right there is a trait of narcissism. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that, but that's a trait of narcissism. Narcissism. That's narcissistic. That's narcissistic. It's judgmental. It's pious. It's godlike. It's all of that, because who are you that's so perfect? Because I'll say this, who you are that's so perfect, if you're doing that respectfully. I'll say this truth. You are alone. You may have a lot of people that you date here and there, and you're doing, you think that's something you have, but you do not have any one person that's sticking with you, because not any one person can. You better be grateful for the beautiful soul that chose you back, or who accepted you back, or who made you recognize that, you know what, he or she, however you date, or whatever side of the equation you're on, that they don't have to take that crap from you because you met your match in them. They're a queen and you're a king. They're at your level and probably higher, and they don't take that. They have a standard. Because people who don't have a standard, they will take it. And those who do, it's not that they're like, you ain't doing that to me kind of thing. It's not that. It's that, yeah, no, they're just going to take a pass on you, no matter how together you really think you are. You can't get that chick, or you can't get that guy, or you can't get that person, despite what's on your pedigree of dating others. You can't get that person, and you can't stay with someone if you are discounting them because you have a thought in your mind of what you will and will not accept. Because we're all imperfect. We're all a work in progress. And at our very best, it is our imperfections that make us that way. So don't do that. Take a person for who they are. When you meet a person and you start meet, and we're talking about matrix. So you meet and you re-meet, unite and you reunite, union and you reunion, return and you return again. you better recognize when the timing is up for that. Because it'll get to the point where the person will be good and kind to respond to you, but not return to you. I'll say this, and I would like to end here. If a person truly reached that woke place, they will always respond to you, whether it's a sister, brother, mother, father, work relationship, love relationship. They will always respond to you because that's a part of how they got woke, is learning to release any restriction. They're free. They flow. They flow. They flow in the energy. They will respond to you, but you won't be able to capture them. They'll be out of your reach. Now, they'll be nice. They'll be kind. They'll be loving. They'll be good. They'll be good-hearted. They'll be gentle. They'll be precious. They'll be sweet. They'll be of great humankind. They'll be everything that you always wanted, but you wouldn't be able to keep them because you're too busy being a narcissist or whatever else that makes you not recognize how good they are as an overall package for you. So you get to lose them finally. And that you owe to you owe to yourself because the universe presented them many times and now your time's up. Okay? Choose wisely. If you've gotten this far, please click like, please click subscribe. That sounded kind of sad in the end. I don't want to sound in on it. Well, the truth is the truth. Yeah, but can I end on something? The truth is the truth. The truth is the truth. Appreciate it and don't let yourself get in the way. Okay, don't let yourself get in the way of anything. If it's something that you're supposed to have, do not play games. Do not play. You're out of time for playing games. You're an adult. You're an adult. Even if you're watching this, you're an adult. No kid is watching this. Trust and believe. You're an adult. You're to stop playing games. And this is why you don't have the work, the career, the relationship, you're waiting for all of that. And you're playing a game of all of this is nonsense. Go fix yourself on that. That means you're not fixed and then you really can't get the person. So it's that part. So it goes back to you. But don't mess up the critical mass that belongs to the universe and by which the universe have prepared this for you. And take it and cherish it because guess what? It'll be the best relationship you ever had with your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your wife, your future wife, whatever. I guarantee you. Yeah, that's a good way of ending. Okay. Bye. If you got this far, please click like, please click like, please click subscribe. Bring a friend with you next time. Oh, and go get my books. They're on Amazon. Bye.